Yeah. So let me log in into database first.
So maybe going forward, we can go log in only PHP, right?
Sorry.
PHP is the login area. Once
Yeah.
we connect.
Yeah. So yesterday, like we query records from Salesforce, and we are like updating, right?
Yeah.
Now, what we can do is, if any account is updated, okay, right? It is like syncing, right? That account details is syncing from Salesforce to database, right?
Okay.
So whenever any update is happened here, Salesforce connection, sorry, Salesforce account details, any account is like an updated, might be billing state or city or state country or whatever, like So once any field is updated, we should update right here. It's also got it. So
Okay.
syncing is means always it has been in sync. So how we are going to identify? Okay. So if the like if like an account is like an updated or like it is created newly, and again if it is a new record, then we are going to create a new record in database. If it is existing record, so we are receiving those existing records, we are going to update here, right? So no need to create again, so otherwise it will be duplicated. You got it? So in this case, what we can do is, first, whenever like like an account is received, then we are going to check in database. So is that record is existing or not? If it is existed, so the record will be going to be updated in the database. If the record is not there, then we are going to create a new record in database. So that's what we need to check. Okay. So if you want to like look up at a database in middle. So once we get the records from Salesforce, we need to look at database records. The incoming record is already existing or not. It is a new record. Then we have to look up at a database. Then once it is there, then we are going to update. Means we need to redirect to next path. Then what we have to do is, we can use like a decision shape here. We can do decision shape. So I'm going to use decision shape here. Okay. So right, decision shape is nothing but, so first value and second value comparison. Right. What is the first value is here? The first value, I'm going to look at database. I'm going to query database record. Okay.
Okay.
Right. First value is nothing but, I'm going to receive Salesforce account details, account record we are receiving. That account receiving by using account ID, and we are looking at the database records. If the database record is existed, and second value we have to check, like suppose this first value is like Salesforce, second value is like a database. So what I can do is configurations. First value here, I need to look at, we have a number of options. We have connector call. See, we have current data, date, time, document kg lookup, document property, dynamic process property, profile element, SQL statement. Can I use SQL statement to check the existing record? Okay, I'm going to use SQL statement in first value. Now connection. So if you want to connect to SQL, we need connection, right? So I already created a connection yesterday, like while creating records in database. So go to your folder and here MySQL connections. So output column is I am going to receive output column, one column I'm going to query. So what is that column? I will tell you. Okay. So your character is I'm going to use integer. So whatever we are going to query, that output column is 1, output type is integer. Here I am going to write a SQL statement, my SQL statement here. So here select count of star, okay, from select star from count star from database. From this database, in this database I'm going to query account records, account where the account ID, right? This is the ID is equals to placeholder. I'm going to give placeholder. Means I'm going to checking in this database, okay, in this database table. So if the ID is already existed, the ID is I'm going to pass ID in this place at runtime. So this ID we are going to receive it from Salesforce account ID. So the Salesforce account ID I'm going to pass it here at runtime. Then it's going to check this account ID is matching with the database account ID. Then how many records we have in the database. Okay, the count star is nothing but it's going to return how many records, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something, right? We are going to return 0. It is like an integer, type is a integer. Then output column is only 1. So here still count star. If you want to give the name of the, okay, the name of the count star is record count. Here I'm going to give record count. Count star as record count means whatever records 0 or 1 means it is a record count. So this record count 0 or 1 we are going to return. If it is exist, it is more than 1, we are going to get an output column is record count. The type is integer. And here we should pass where ID, right? In parameter tab and profile element. So which is coming from the XML. Profile is XML profile. Go to Marcus training, your folder. XML profile. Not this one, I think. SaaS training SF account query response. From this account query response, right? I'm going to look at account ID. So this ID, right? Profile element, I'm checking XML. We are receiving from the Salesforce. The Salesforce profile, this one, and this profile I'm selecting ID. So this is account ID. So this account ID, I am going to pass at runtime here. Okay, whatever I'm receiving account ID from the Salesforce ID passing here. Then checking select count star as a record count from this table where ID equals to this ID. So this ID is already exist, then count star might be it is 1, right? More greater than 0.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the first value I'm going to receive. Count star might be 0 or 1, right? So is greater than is
So
greater than.
even though we are writing SQL, but we are checking SQL Salesforce data, right?
Yeah. We are checking database and we are returning record count. We are returning record count on particular ID. If record is there, then record count should be 1 or more than 1, right? More than 0 means greater than 0. So here I'm going to use comparison. So this value, first value count star as a record count greater than greater than 0. Greater than 0 means record should be existed, right? Greater than 0 means,
It should
or
be
you can do one more thing, not equals to 0. Which means equals to 0 is nothing but what? There is no records are existed. So there is no record is existed with this Salesforce account ID means, so the incoming record is a new record, right? There is no record in the database existed with this account ID, Salesforce account ID means there is no record is existed in the database with the Salesforce account ID means this is a new record coming from the Salesforce. Means the new record is coming from the Salesforce means we should create a new record. So equals to 0 means there is a new record. So equals to not equals to 0 means that is, if the condition is failed, something is coming, count is 1 equals to 0. No, then it is a false. Then false is nothing but it is a new record. If it is 0, we are going to create a new record. If it is not equals to 0, then it's going to be new record.
so we are checking the whatever we are passing from Salesforce to database, it's already existed or not. If it's
Yes.
if it is exited, we are going to update. If not exited, we are going to insert.
Yeah, if it is equals to 0 means it is a new record. New record means we are going to create here. It is the condition is fail means 1 or like more than 1, it is more than 0, it is coming. Anything is equals to 0? No, right? 1 equals to 0, nothing. It is a false condition.
But
Means something.
first value, right? In decision. First value, we are passing only Salesforce record, right? In parameter.
No, Salesforce record. We are passing parameter to this database.
But the connection in the above, the connection we connected with the
MySQL.
MySQL mean like can you click that one connection? One more time.
MySQL database connection. This one.
Oh, it's a normal connection, and from there we are checking the query is for the database query, right? The
database query.
Database query.
Yeah, if you want, this is database query. If you want to query, first we need to connect, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Which database we need to connect?
Correct. Yeah.
So we are running this query based on this account ID.
Okay.
This account ID we are passing. This is account ID we are receiving from the Salesforce runtime.
Yeah.
This account ID we are passing to here. So where ID equals to Salesforce account ID. So if it is already existed, then it's going to return record count greater than 0. Means record count is something we are getting first value. Record count equals to 0. Means there is no record is existed. Record count is 1 means something record is there in database. So if something record is the database means the Salesforce account already existed in the database. Means we should update the record. We're not going to create a new record for again. Okay. So here what we can do is, again I'm going to take one more database. Okay, here I'm going to like send, and the connection name is MySQL connection. Update. Here new operation is for update account, and here profile statement is dynamic. In earlier insert we are using dynamic insert. Now we are using dynamic update. Okay. So dynamic update we are using. Now what is the dynamic update means? In this table, in this database, we have table is account. Right? Now we should import the
field
profile, right? This is the schema, and this is object.
But last time we didn't give this thing, right?
Yeah, we didn't give. Suppose in database we have multiple tables. We have like, let's assume we have 50 or like more than 50 tables.
Okay.
Then it's going to browse all tables, right? It will
Okay.
take some time. So what we can do, we can give like a filter. So
Okay.
please search with the specific record only.
Okay.
It's like, it will get like an immediately. So that is the advantage if you have more than record. Otherwise it will going to receive all records. We can select it again.
Okay.
So account.
In real time, what is the most shape you are using? Frequent,
Most,
frequently, which shape are you using in real time?
no, most of the like, all shapes are we are going to use. All shapes are required to use. Only connectors might be changed, like, project to project. Connectors might be someone like going, like, 2 to 3 connectors going to be used, 2 to 4 maximum. Like FTP, Salesforce, might is standard connectors where there everyone going to use is FTP, email, database. Okay, these connectors some must and should in every project going to use. Everyone can use this one. Why? Because these are like standard connectors. Database, in every project database is there, right?
Okay.
If you are sending notifications, mail connector going to use and error handling. And the FTP most of the time going to use. And one more thing is HTTP. Okay, HTTP connector. So these 4 connectors are like, common one. So everyone using. So other than this, like, Salesforce, NetSuite, or something other than, then that is like, purely dependent project. Shapes and the shapes going to use, all shapes are like, going to use. So country, ID, name. Suppose, so this is what, like, object. Go to next. So this is like a choose condition.
Yeah.
So based on, see, select to honor more condition to specify the where clause. Okay, so where based on account ID I'm going to update. Based on account ID I'm going to update remaining fields. So this is columns. So which columns, what are the columns you have to update? Might be I'm going to update country, name, phone, state. Okay, and here where class, oh sorry, go to next. And this is choose condition. So based on account ID I'm going to update remaining.
Oh, this is where condition. Okay.
This
Okay.
is where condition, choose
In,
condition. Here
in
this is like, column, choose columns. Which columns here are going to update? I'm going to update country, name, phone, state. Might be one of the column might be changed, right? Country might be changed, name might be changed, phone might be changed, state might be changed.
you
So
you deselect ID there.
sorry,
You deselect unselect the ID.
yeah, I deselect, yes, yes. So if you want to include, no problem. So even we account ID is unique, right? We are not going to update anyway. Okay, if you want to include, you can include it. So there is no issue. But here you can choose where condition. So based on which, like, identifier, based on unique key, right? So suppose if you want to change your other name or like, address, then based on other number they're going to update, right? The same way here also. Suppose your other is like, if you want to change your correction, if you want to do some correction in your name, or if you want to do correction in your like, date of birth, or if you want to do your correction in your address, then what based on they're going to update? Based on the other number. Other number cannot update, right? It is unique one. Every like always it is same. The same way it is unique number. The same way ID is unique number. It cannot be changed. Every table has a unique ID. It cannot be changed. So ID is a, let's assume ID is account ID is a unique one. So based on this account ID, we are going to, this is where condition. Based on that, remaining column should be updated. But here ID we are not going to update it anyway. So that is why we can deselect. You can select it, but no use. We cannot make it update. So next and finish. Okay. And we have fields, we have condition.
Okay.
And this is the dynamic update. And the table name is save and close. account update profile. Now again, so this is XML, this is database. Again, we have to use map shape, right?
Okay.
So here Salesforce account XML2 account DB. Now choose first one is XML. We are receiving XML. So that is in your folder. That's training. So this is what we are receiving, and we should update in the database. Database account update, right? Fields condition. So condition is ID, right? ID to ID based on Salesforce account ID. We are going to update. So what fields you have to update? Country. Suppose billing country, right? This is what we are reviewing. Billing country and billing and account name, phone,
No. Copy no.
no, sorry.
Copy.
Yeah, okay, got it. So yeah, it is okay. And billing state. So this is what I'm going to, these fields I'm going to update any field, not only you can update a country, you can update name, you can update phone, you can update state. So any of the record you can update.
ID you left, right? ID you
ID is not required. I'm not going to update if you want. Why? Because I'm going to based on ID, I'm going to, that's why I'm going to deselect it, right? But again, selected, but now we're not going to update it. So it is always coming as a always unique, right? So that's what I'm not going to change it. Now I'm going to stop the yesterday we inserted a couple of records right here. Yesterday we inserted a couple of records. Suppose let's take Gopi test account Gopi or something. I'm going to update state and country here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, couple of records I'm going to update in Salesforce. Let's see.
This ID, where do you? It is Salesforce, right? In the ID.
Yeah, Salesforce. Yeah.
Can you show me where it is that ID? Because I created.
Yeah, ID is like automatically it's going to be created. Unique one it is. Okay, we cannot change it. ID is automatically going to be generated in Salesforce. For every record has a unique ID. Okay, account ID we cannot change. So that is why you cannot see those records.
Oh.
Okay. And so 20 more. Suppose let's copy this record. I'm going to open it. My record. This is my record. Okay. I have edit option. I'm going to update this record. Only one record I'm going to update.
When you update, will it go with the same ID or will it create different
The
ID?
same ID. When you are going to update, it will come as same ID. So that's what I'm telling you. So whenever you can create new account, it is a new record in account, then that will be generated new account ID. If it is updated one, existing one only, that account ID will be carried with the same details.
Okay.
So there is no new record will be created. Okay. So here So already one phone is there, 1 2 1 2 4 3 2 4. Okay, it is 1 2 4 3 2 4. So only thing we have to billing state, billing country, right? Billing state is, where is that billing state? Yeah, here. Billing state, I'm going to give province, right? New York, and the country is USA. Okay, so this is what I'm going to update, these two fields. Let's save. Now it is updated. Let's run it again. Again, I'm going to create a new record for your understanding. I'm going to create a new record. Okay, this is one newly created record. I'm going to create it. Now see, old records, whatever, like already existing records, we have go to false path, and created records will go to true path. Let's run this one. And it's completed successfully. Oh, immediately. See here, I think how many records we go to in true path. Shape source data. So some new records are there. Let's check your record is there or not.
The Salesforce automatically create new thing. Even I have some new records.
See, this is one. This is one newly created record. Okay, we have something. Okay, and billing state and billing city we are not receiving. Oh, so it is my mistake. So we are state and country, but state and city we are receiving. Okay, anyway. So what are the existing records? See here, all existing records will come into false path. Okay, so that's
Can I go to decision? Wait. Okay.
1 second, 1 second. Actually, I did some mistake. Actually, I'm billing state and city, right? Actually,
State, not street.
street and city. But here we are mapping what we are mapping.
State and country.
Oh, we are required all, but why did you change anything yesterday? This did you change anything?
No. For I'm not able to log in this thing. I told you, right?
Oh, you're not able to log in.
Yeah. I'm not able to log in
Why?
because it say invalid user ID and password. When
Did you reset your user and password?
after that I didn't try because I'm creating by own by seeing relooking the video and creating by own.
Okay.
Whatever you are doing today, right? I'm doing the same.
Okay. I selected all. Let's again edit this one, your one. Building, state and street and
What happened? We are passing a building street.
no, actually what happened, like we all only queried like in few fields. Like in operation, right? What we are doing is we are mapping the building state and country, right? Building state and country. But what we did is only we selected few fields, building state and city. So other fields are not coming. We like no,
So even though we are dragging, the field will not come, right?
we deselected, right? That is the reason we're not querying all. So that's why building city.
Anyway, it's not required, right, to update here street and city because it is not mapping.
Yeah, it is not mapping. It's not coming. Redwood city. Okay. So something I'm going to update. We are mostly put something. Yeah. Okay. Let's update this one. Save. I think your record is already created in this table.
Oh,
Okay. Earlier we ran, right?
correct.
Now let's create a new record again. Let's check your record, Magesh, right? Your record is there.
No. Still loading. Yeah.
See, your record is there.
Yeah.
Created, but it's not. Now we are going to update. We are trying to update these two columns. Okay. Earlier we created like new record. Okay. So
Okay.
now we are going to update. Let's see. So that account ID should not be changed this time. The same account ID should be there.
It will not go in a true. It will go in a false only, right?
Yeah, it's not. This record is not going to
True.
move into false. Sorry, it's going to move into false path. Okay, not true path. Okay, let's see here now.
Okay, nothing is there.
Yeah, only one record is there. Then see here, and what record is we are getting. So how many records are like we are receiving here? Shape source data. So all records are like coming to this way. So existing records, all existing records already created. So that is the reason it's not going to move to false path. Now let's, I think somewhere your record is there in this records. Let's refresh it again.
Gopi, only this way we can update DB from Salesforce,
Yeah.
because if we cannot give directly, right, like what we did yesterday, it is only one time inserting.
Yeah.
If you want to update or any insert, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I saw it. And anything we want to add a new with this existing table or anything update, we have to go by this way only.
Yeah.
By the decision.
Yeah, by decision shape we are going like this.
But if we are not putting this decision, it can't. It will not go directly.
No, it's not go directly. No. So it is like in create, right? This operation is create. If you see here, this operation is like in send. Send is like we are using like an operation. Go to this operation. We are using like a dynamic upset, right? This one. This is not dynamic update. This is dynamic insert. We are going to insert the records. New record.
So what happen if you run without decision? It will insert as a duplicate, or it will.
Yeah, it will insert the duplicates. It will
Oh,
insert the duplicates when you know if the ID is already there, then it will going to insert right duplicates here. But we can omit those records. Suppose in database we have a feature account ID is a primary unique.
okay. Hmm.
We can change is like database we have constraints, right?
Hmm.
Primary key, foreign key, some relationships. Primary key is nothing but every record has a one unique key. So we are going to maintain one record, one column as a unique in one record. Suppose I want to make it this ID as a unique one. Then you can change this ID is a primary key. So once it is a primary key, it's not going to allow duplicates. So if it is already, this primary key is already existed, even though if you are trying to insert it, it's going to be throwing an error. It is already existed. It is throwing primary key constraint errors. It will throw.
Okay.
So we'll make it this ID as a primary key. Then, so if it's already account ID is there, it's not, even though if you are trying to insert, it's not going to create. But anyway, it is not going to update again. So it is why, because it is insert, it is going to try to insert. Okay, if you want to avoid duplicates, you can make it is this ID column as a primary key here. Then it's not going to be create a new records if its record is already exist.
Okay, but
You
here
can
we
say,
didn't make any primary key. Directly we are.
yeah, but yeah, actually it is like we are not doing anything. Just it is for testing purpose. If you can make it, then you can.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, so we are not going to anyway. Always we are inserting, right? We cannot update. So there is update is always like this. We can do.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go to
And one,
decision? Okay. Decision is. I just want to see the parameter, like how it is.
yeah, exactly. And one more thing is,
Can I
if you
run?
have, you're supposed to get it out here. And see here, you can change like ID. I can make it like primary key, something like this. Do you really want to execute alter table, add primary key ID? Yes, okay. I'm going to change this one. So this ID is I'm making it a primary key. Then what will happen? It's not going to insert.
Or even though if you're passing directly.
Yeah, you passing directly. So I'm insert make see primary key. This is the key symbol, primary key symbol.
Okay.
When you're trying to insert, then it's not going to create a new record. It will throw an error. Okay, primary key constant error will receive in the boom. So this one. And one more thing, you're supposed to get like one more question. Suppose only one record, like I updated, only one record should be coming. But even though there is no other records are we are not updating, still those records are coming. Remember?
Yeah. Correct.
Suppose here, so if we test it again, then what will happen? The same records will come again and again.
Correct. Correct. Even though it is not updating in the database.
Even though we are not updating Salesforce, even though we are not going to create a new records, still whenever it is going to be scheduled every 1 hour, the same records running again and again along with the new records.
Correct.
See, after 1 hour, if you should run, suppose let's assume you have to create a new records. Okay, along with the new records, again existing records also will come.
Correct.
Earlier you see, right, I created mag as your record, and the record will coming along with this existing records.
All other records.
So we should avoid, right, like multiple times, like in every time. See, day by day the records are creating in Salesforce, new records are creating Salesforce, and old records also will be there in Salesforce. Okay, day by day we are creating new records along with old records also carried. Then what will happen? Every day it is going to be run along with the new records, old records also coming.
It will be performance issue.
right? Then what will happen? So it will be reduced performance. Why? Because unnecessary records also come in. Unnecessary records are we are updating, even though there is no update is happened. The same records we are updating again and again with the same column names, same content. So we should avoid those records, right? We should avoid those records to get our query from the database.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
So how we are going to avoid those kind of um, records to query from the Salesforce. Okay, you know, right? So whenever you should create any record in the database, right? Whenever you are going to create in the database, when you created this record, when it is updated this record, we can track it, right? When
Yeah.
this record is modified, last modified,
Okay.
when it is last modified, when it is last created or last modified, based on this record, we can track it, right?
Correct.
We can track it. So when it is created and created by, created record and created by. So based on these two records, I'm going to query those records.
Okay.
Okay. So otherwise, I can do one thing. One more thing is, so I'm going to create a custom field of every record. I'm going to create a custom field of every record. Suppose I have a custom field, something like a status here. So Alaqua synchronization status. Just remember, this is a custom field. So this is like an inbuilt fields. These are like an inbuilt fields, account one or account name. I never created this one, but this column I created in Salesforce.
Oh,
This
okay.
column I created Salesforce.
Okay.
Alaqua synchronization status means earlier like I integrated with Salesforce and Alaqua system. Alaqua is like a different system. Okay, so I'm getting these records and syncing with Alaqua system. So here this is a custom field, and we are making it is a varchar character. So whenever sync is not at happened, means these records are not at syncing with other systems, I can make it a sync pending. When this is record is updated, then I'm making it is like sync pending to sync completed successfully, or sync pending, or sync pending to completed.
Okay.
Sync pending to complete. Initially it is a sync pending. Okay, it is
Okay.
initially it is a sync pending. Then once it is completed, then I make it a status as a completed. Then whenever it is going to run new records, query new records, then we are not going to receive the new records again, the same record again. So well, how I will check how we are going to query this one. Let's see here. I'm going to have querying records right here. If you have this record, Alaqua something. Yeah. So this is on Oracle Alaqua synchronization status C. Okay, this is like a customization status. So this is the one. Alaqua synchronization status. You can create a custom record. See, I can go to here. I forgot how to create. Uh, create a custom field. Create a custom field in Salesforce account. So go to account field page, add custom field. No. This is like a Salesforce stuff. Okay, you should explore if you want more. Uh, after we should describe where it is exactly. Standard field needs record. Standard for the releases. Custom fields how they do. Oh God, like a sort. 1 second. Yeah, see here, go to gear icon, setup object manager. Actually create it, I forgot. So here, go to setup here. Okay, how to create a custom field. This is purely Salesforce one. And go to object manager here. Manager, I think. 1 second. We should know exact field. Create objects. Let's go to new custom object. It is problem with this. Second, lightning experience. Setup and object manager, and this is what, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a custom field. Okay.
Object manager is next to you, next to
Yeah, so I'm going to go to like an object manager here. Go to use lightning experience. It's better to use classic more than classic. And go to object manager. And here we have an account. We have like these are all objects we have: account, case, and contact. Right now, I want to create a account object here. Okay, in this account object we have fields and relationships. Go to fields and relationship here and create a new field here. So already I created a field here that is like an Alaqua synchronous status, right? So if you can use it, you can use it, or you can edit this one. I can rename it. Just database MySQL database sync. DB sync. Okay. So this is what I'm given. And just save.
Just these two things fine, or anything we need to update?
Yeah, nothing. Oh, error rename custom field reference apex class. What happened? Oh, let's cancel it. I think it's different somewhere. I'm going to create a new record. Existing one, I'll leave it as it is. I'm going to create a new relationship, new field here. So here, I'm going to select text. Okay, and text field next. And here, DB sync status. Length I'm giving 20, and the description. I think help text always require value in this field in order to save record. Yes. Don't allow duplicate values. Treat ABC and duplicate values. And external ID set this field as a unique record and an external system. Yes. Next. Visible. Okay. We can make it is visible this field. And next. And let's save it. Now the record is created. Okay. DB sync status record is created.
Okay. Yes, it is above.
Yeah. This one DB sync status is created. Now let's go to import again. This record is not available right now, right? Here in our case. Okay. Now what you can do is you can import again. So otherwise the new fields should not come. Go to next. This is account object again. Query. Next. Now check it. DB sync status. That's not like this.
Yeah.
See, DB sync status is coming.
Okay.
And save and close. Sorry. Only save. We should save. Go to again. Now what I can do is, logically I'm going to write a condition, add expression here, and expression is nothing but I'm going to sync status. Sync status is DB sync status C is equals to. Okay. Now this sync status should be mapped to here. sync status. It is sync sync pending. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So which record has sync pending status? Okay, which record has sync pending status? Which record has sync pending status? I'm going to retrieve only those records. Okay, this is what my idea.
And where do we? It's confusing here. So
Sorry.
no, I'm just confusing here because in account we never given like any condition like that, right?
Yeah. Suppose let's assume now I'm creating a new record, right? I'm creating a new record.
Okay.
Okay, I'm creating a new record. Okay. So account name is like test DB. This is like name is Salesforce DB sync test 1. This is my phone is something like okay, and rating I think not required. These all why? Because see, this is a record field. So when you are going to create a record, DB sync status. Okay, so
Okay.
this record is like a DB sync status. We should give like a sync pending.
Oh, we have to manually give this one here.
Yeah. So actually, this is not giving like manually. We should not give in real time. What they're going to do is right when you are going to create a record. When you are going to create a record, this DB sync status after when you are going to save this one, save action is run, right? Suppose it is not like they're going to make it is like not required field. Okay, they're going to make it is like not required field. As of now, we are giving required field, so they're not going to make required field. So they're going to create a records like this. Okay, they're going to create all records. Then at the moment of they're going to save this record. Okay, even though you should not give sync pending status, you should not give sync pending status after like saving. So this DB sync status like make it is like sync pending in background. They have some event classes will be there. Okay, in Salesforce we have apex classes will be there. This is like a different I cannot explain why, because we are not Salesforce developers, but the Salesforce developers they're going to do some like apex classes, event class, event actions they're going to do background. So whenever account create, account save is done, so this DB sync status they're going to make it is like sync pending. Okay, here we are giving like manually for understanding, just I'm giving sync pending. We have some like apex classes, event classes. If an event is occurred in any account, then the particular field should be set as a DB sync status sync pending. They are going to update background whenever when the click of save, click on save, automatically it's appended. The sync pending is a DB sync status automatically. So we are not no need to give like sync pending is manually.
But
Every
they,
time
when the requirement come, they will give, right? They will
yeah
tell,
they
right?
will give, yeah they definitely whenever requirement is came like this, they have to create like an apex class background. Whenever account is created or updated, they're making this DB sync status as a static sync pending.
It can be anything, right? It can be the field name
No,
is anything.
no, they cannot be. So even whenever it is created new record or whenever this record is updated, we have some actions: create action, update action, delete action, right? Whenever these actions will happen, this will set, please update this record, please set this status, DB sync status field is sync pending. We can make it is like this. Okay, so if you want to know this actions, event actions in Salesforce, so because we worked on it already, so that's why we. So actions and events in Salesforce. Okay, go through this document if you want. They have some actions. Okay, second. second. Here.
Salesforce is whose product?
Yeah, even Salesforce and NetSuite, like both are
Whose product is this?
Salesforce.
Salesforce is a product. Okay.
Salesforce company. So this is not platform events, I think. Yeah, they are going to write some actions. So anything update or create, some of the actions will be there.
They will.
Yeah, so they have some background events. Event a change in status is meaningful business. So some event is occurred. They're going to yeah. So these are the actions here. This is what platform event publish, right? An account. An account object after insert. Okay, after update means insert is happened after update is happened on this particular account object. They are going to tell is after is update. So they're going to create a object. Then they're going to assign a static value to particular field like this. Okay, so whenever an account is happen, they're going to create some classes like this. So we are going to create account object, and we are going to assign name equal to see something, right? Such the same like they are going to assign sync status equals to sync pending. It is like a static value every time when the account is inserted update in the account object. Then automatically the sync status is db sync status is updating as a sync status, sync pending. Then every time we are going to insert, we are going to update, right? Every time we are going to query, we are looking for only whose status is sync pending. We are looking at whose status is sync pending. Those records we are going to query. Okay, so whose status is sync pending, we are going to query. Why? Because their time, whenever they create, whenever they're going to update, they make it is their particular record as a sync pending. Then we are look at sync pending status records. Then it's we are going to query, and once it is we are going to check if this is already existing or not. The same way. Okay, so we are checking this record is updated, this record. So again, right, when it is created, when it is updated, it is done. Then what we can do is so we can do again, we have to sync pending status to sync complete, right?
Correct.
But otherwise next time again the same record will come.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, correct.
So what I can do is I'm going to use a branch shape here. I have two actions. One is create update, one more is update in Salesforce. So first it is going to sync pending status we are receiving. Then we are, if it is existing, we are going to, if it is not existing, we are going to create that record. If it is existing, we are updating the record in database. Once it is updated, this two actions are, one of the actions should be complete, right? Those actions should be complete. The second action is I want to update this field in Salesforce. I'm going to update sync pending to sync what completed. Then whenever next time it is running, the same record should not come. So what I can do is again I'm going to take a Salesforce here, and and what I can do is I'm going to use send method, and here go to your folder, SAS connection, Salesforce connection, and I'm going to create a update. Update account. Okay, here update account. Now you should import Now we are not going to use, we are going to use like an update. And next, I'm going to update the record. Okay. Now this update profile is going to be created. Oh, okay. So this is what we received. Now what we can do is just save and close. Right. Now I'm going to like a map shape again here. So I'm going to create map between map SF Salesforce account update. Now here I'm receiving XML. Query response. This record I should update in Salesforce as sync pending is completed. Update request, right? And this is response update. So what will your update? Sorry, this one. And what is the record? DB sync status. So you can click on arrow mark. You can set a default value here. Sync completed. Like this. Save and close. See, one of the record is coming. So which record is coming? Let's see here.
Okay. The one with the test, right?
Yeah, one we created. Except DB sync test one. Right? So this one is we are making that is like in a sync pending, right? Sync pending. So only that record will come. Sync pending. So we created this. So this sync pending record is only coming and it is created in the database. You can check the database also. Okay. So it will come, sure. And once it is created, then what we are going to do is we are updating this record as a sync complete. So it means it is the record is already synced with database. Sync completed. So this record based on this ID. Okay. Now it is completed. Let's go to here and you can check this one account. So check this one. This record.
Maybe the classic option would be good, right?
Go to details here. Okay. So here, update is incompleted. Right? We are updated, sync completed. Now, whenever you are going to run second time,
It won't come.
then
Nothing will come, right?
nothing will come. Why? Because you already updated that record. There is no duplicate should come. Whenever you are going to update this one, again, you will make it a sync pending. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So nothing can. So any doubts on this?
No doubt. I have error, right? Maybe.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
maybe.
Let me make you host. Can I stop the record?
Yes.